Now, still on the news at this time, a human rights lawyer, Femi Aborishade, has called for an amendment of the Electoral Act to disallow election winners from being sworn in until the determination of election disputes in court. According to him, swearing in a president when his election victory is in contention gives the president an undue advantage above his opponents. Aborishade also called for a return to the recommendations of the Justice Wise panel, which suggests that the onus to prove compliance while with the Electoral Act must lie on the Independent National Electoral Commission. He also described as disturbing the tribunal ruling that INEC is not obliged to electronically transmit election results, adding that this contravenes the provision of the Electoral Act. Comrade Femi Aborishade, a human rights activist, joins me for more on this. Thank you so much for your time. All right, if you can hear me, sir, why do we believe it's necessary to amend the Electoral Act to accommodate the postponement of election swearing in pending the resolution of all court cases?
Well, my concern is that Section 138 of the Electoral Act 2022 provides that the person declared as the winner of an election should remain in office until the determination of any dispute by the election at the election petition tribunal or court, as the case may be. I perceive that this would give the incumbent candidate an undue advantage. Some aura of authority would have been built around that person. The person will be in charge of resources. The person will be perceived as a person who may, for example, influence appointment to the Supreme Court. If we are dealing with the Court of Appeal, for example, we have vacancies at the Supreme Court level. And those at the Court of Appeal may legitimately, be interested in being appointed, to the Supreme Court. And the president definitely would have an input.
What can be done actually to ensure that these issues are resolved and due process, according to you, is followed? What amendments can be made?
No, I think that the amendment that has been incorporated into the Electoral Act 2022 should actually be given effect to, particularly in the area of electronic transmission of election results from the polling unit to the ward, to the local government, to the state, and nationally. And I'm quite concerned that the judgment of the Court of Appeal held that INEC is not bound to transmit election results electronically. On the contrary, I contend that the Electoral Act 2022 expressly provides for electronic transmission. If we consider the provision of Section 47 sub 2, which recognizes the use of smart card reader to accredit voters. If we consider Section 62 sub 2 of the Electoral Act, which provides that there should be continuous maintenance, continuous updating of electronically transmitted results. And in matter of fact, Section 64 sub 6 of the Electoral Act provides that in the event of dispute, the data on the smart card reader, the data of accredited voters, and the data of the recorded and transmitted results should be considered or relied upon. All of these provisions essentially are saying that INEC should transmit results electronically. This amendment into the 2022 Electoral Act has not been given effect to. If it were given effect to, the electoral aspiration of the people could have been given effect to.
All right.
So for now, let us ensure, I advocate that the court ought to maintain that INEC is bound by the provisions of the Electoral Act 2022, which provide for electronic transmission of elections.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Femi Aborishade. We deeply appreciate you. And of course, we would have loved to continue the conversation, but we are having issues with your network. But thank you once again for your time.